Hey crochet crew. Today I thought I would go through the basics of crochet with you so that when I share patterns and the work that I'm doing, you can understand the stitches, etc. So everyone's starting from the same point. So on my table today I've got a crochet hook and I've got the yarn that I'll be working with. I also have Tux. Tux is here for moral support. Anytime I put something on this table, Tux can't help but jump up, can you, baby? So he's going to hang out with us while we work today. So the first step when you're starting to crochet is to look at your yarn. So this is the yarn we're using today. It is Wool Ease, a Lion brand yarn, and it is a medium weight. So on your yarn you will have instructions here. If you're knitting, you will use these needles. If you're crocheting, you'll use a size 6, which is what I've got here. So that is how we're going to start today. So when you start crocheting, you start with a simple slip knot. Twist, grab and pull through. Again, twist, grab and pull through. So that is your basic slip knot. To create the chains you'll need for the beginning of a project, you'll take your hook, grab the working end of the yarn and pull it through your first stitch. And then you'll continue to do that for however many chains you need to create the project. For this, I'm going to start with, let's say 15. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count them here. 1, 2, 3 so far. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is what your chains look like. Now, the majority of crochet projects are going to start with chains like this. And your first row, your foundation row, is unfortunately the most complicated row. Once you've got this row done, crochet is a lot more simple. But this row is, I wouldn't say actually complicated, it's more just fiddly. So I'm going to create a row of single crochets, and in order to do that, I am going to twist this a little bit, skip the first stitch, go into the second stitch here, through that loop, grab your working yarn, pull it through, grab the working yarn again, and then pull it through both. And that is a single crochet. So to do it again, we go through the first loop, grab your working yarn, pull it through, grab your working yarn and pull it through again. And we're going to continue to do that across the entire row. So in the loop, grab your working yarn, pull it through, grab your working yarn again, pull it through a second time. Through the loop, grab your working yarn, pull it through, grab your working yarn and pull it through both. So here we have completed first row of single crochets, and that is what it looks like. Now to move on, I'm going to show you a half double crochet in the second row. So we turn our piece, and I am going to do one chain, and that chain is going to count as the first stitch. So I'm not going to go into that row there, but I enter the second one here. So in order to do a half double, we wrap the yarn through over the hook, push it through the stitch, grab the yarn there, so you've got three loops on your hook, grab the yarn and pull through all 3. So to do it again, we wrap the yarn on the hook, pull it through the stitch, grab the yarn, pull through, grab the yarn and pull through all three. So we wrap the hook, pull it through the stitch, grab the yarn, pull back through, grab your working yarn and pull through all three. And there you can see the difference between, let me take the hook out. That there is your half double. It's a little bit taller than your single crochets. So I'm going to continue this row and I'll be back in a sec. So we finished the row of half doubles and that is what it looks like. So to move on, we're going to go over to the double crochets. So we turn our work, put the hook back in, tighten up a little bit, and this time for our first stitch we're going to do 2 chains. So that counts as our first stitch. We don't go into that one there, we go into that one there. So in order to do a double, we wrap our hook, go through the stitch and grab the yarn. And here's where it changes from the half double. We're going to grab the yarn and go through 2 loops, grab the yarn again and go through the final 2 loops. Let's do that again. So we wrap the hook, put it through our stitch, grab the yarn, pull through. Grab the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, grab the yarn and pull it through 2 loops again. So this is what a row of double crochets look like. It's a little bit taller than your half doubles, which you can see on the front side. On this side, that's your half doubles there, which again are a little bit taller than your singles, which are at the bottom there. So now I'm going to show you a treble crochet. Okay, so treble crochets are just a bit taller than a double. So in order to do that, we're going to chain 3. And we chain the initial stitch to be the same height as the stitch we're going to be working. So in order to do a treble, we wrap the hook twice. And then we go into the hole, grab the yarn, pull it through, then we grab the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, grab the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, grab the yarn, pull it through 2 loops. So you can see that the chain stitches are the same height as the treble crochets. So let's do a couple more. So we wrap the yarn over the hook twice, go through the stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through, grab the yarn and pull it through 2 loops, grab the yarn, pull it through 2 loops, grab the yarn and pull it through the final 2 loops. Well, this would be typical, wouldn't it? The yarn is throwing up on me. Bear with me. There we go. The yarn and I had a disagreement, but we're back on track now. So we'll do a few more trebles. We wrap the yarn over the hook twice, go into the stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through. Grab the yarn, pull it through 2, grab the yarn, pull it through 2, grab the yarn, pull it through the final 2. Now you'll notice when I'm doing these stitches that I am twisting the hook to grab the yarn. So let me start this one again. When we wrap the yarn, the hook is facing down. It goes through the hook, the stitch facing down, and then I twist it up to grab the yarn. Twist it back down to go through the stitch. And then as I go, I twist up to grab the yarn, twist down to pull it through the stitches, twist up to grab the yarn, twist down to pull it through the stitches, and then up and then down. This just helps you to move the yarn through the stitches a little bit easier. If you keep your hook facing the same direction, it becomes a little more difficult. I mean, you can do it, but it becomes a little more difficult. So this is the way that works best for me. Obviously, if you find a way that works best for you, do what works for you. So I'm going to finish this row and then I'll come back to you. So Tux has decided he needs to be a little bit more involved in the video. So excuse him. So I finished the row, and that is what a row of trebles look like. Now, we can expand on trebles. You do get double trebles and then quadruple trebles, quintuple. So it just matters with the amount of yarn that wraps around the hook. If we ever get to those stitches in any of my patterns, I will demonstrate them at the time. For now, the final stitch I think I need to show you is a slip stitch. So slip stitches are pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to pull, no yarn on the hook, we're just going to pull, put the yarn through the hook, grab the yarn there, and then slip it through. So essentially you're trying to move the working yarn along the project without creating any stitches on the project. So you are putting your hook through, grabbing the yarn, pulling it through, and then slipping it through that final stitch. So you'll notice as I've done those three, I've moved from 1, 2, 3 stitches. So now if I wanted to leave that edge open, I could continue to work from here. So those are the basic stitches that you'll need to know for crochet. There are obviously variations on these stitches and how they can be worked, but to start off, these are the stitches you will know. If you have any questions, I'm available in the comment sections. Let me know. Otherwise, good luck and happy crocheting.